This
meeting is being recorded.
Good morning, everyone. Big welcome to our Good Morning Gym. It is Wednesday. Today is what's today's date? November the 2nd or 3rd? Oh, November 2nd. Oh my gosh. Well, big welcome to everyone's November. My name is Peter. This call here is to literally start off my Wednesday podcast. So you are my first group. And as we're all transitioning for the next 60 days, okay, everyone, I designed these calls now just to make sure that everyone gets support, guidance going through the gym. I am your spotter. I am your bodybuilder, and so is Kathy and many of us here who's been in our program and in this gym for quite a while now. But because I am going into my trainings now where I have been living this entrepreneur life, and in the last 5 years, okay, I've been in the industry for almost 20 years. But out of the 20 years, the first 15 years, I would probably have to say it has been a learning curve. You know, like when you are a basketball player or an NFL football player and you just play in the teams and you never win the championship until maybe like 10, 15, 20 years into your career. This is what happens to a lot of us in network marketing, okay? So whatever I train here, whatever I share here is exactly what I've done, what I've been through in my career. And you know, we have some very seasoned networkers here like Bob, Marion, Kathy's, I think she's been in a couple of programs, right? Midge. But, you know, as times change, technology change, so has the industries changed, right? But the one thing that will never, ever, ever change, and I think we all know this, is how we do business, right? So no matter what technology comes out, no matter what new lingos, whatever it is, at the end of the day, we're still humans. We are still conducting business, right? We're still communicating in a human way. Unless we lost the human touch, then we're all screwed, right? But what we need to do though is in these times, because technology is everywhere. Even myself, you know, I grew up I was born in 77. You know, I grew up before the cell phone age. We used to handwrite, right? We used to have pagers. We used to actually physically call each other on the phone. So when I start these trainings, I always want to take people back. You cannot ever replace the human touch, okay? We all have to have compassion. We all have to learn certain skills on how to connect with people. Now, there are guidelines. There are certain ways that this industry has taught us how to build. All I can say is, just like we have a fake government, we might have a little fake industry too. We have been programmed to do too much in this industry. I hope people understand that. And when I say too much, I don't say working too much. I say we might have to do too many steps. We might have to convince too much. We might have to pressure too much, because that's how it starts from the top, meaning from the companies, from the leaders that join these companies, how they're compensated to do certain things. So I don't want to get too deep in how the industry is run. What I really do want to go through in these next 8 weeks, all the way to the end of the year, I want to make sure that we are guiding this whole organization of 35,000 of us that have joined in the last 3 years under Marcy and Peter, okay? Because we have created, I believe, one of the most organic builds in the entire industry, meaning we don't talk about money. We don't even talk about really the direct sales industry. All we truly talk about for the first time ever that I've seen is testimonials of the most exclusive, unique product that the world has ever seen before. And we just share the technology and teach our members, our brand partners, the certain skills, how to connect, how to take orders, and eliminate all the responsibilities that every network marketer thought they had to do, which is really train, present, and 3 ways, okay? And this is now going into what I call the BLD. If you use that as an acronym, it's called BUILD, BLD, okay? BLD stands for building, okay? What are you building now? Are you building your business? Are you building your brand? Are you building your brain? And are you building your body? And are you doing all that during breakfast time? So you see the B's, right? It keeps you simple. And then I'm going to share later how I use my daily hours to build in the morning during breakfast. And then today's topic word is actually leveraging, okay? Because last week I talked about building. This week I'm going to talk about leveraging during lunchtime. So who are you leveraging? What mentor are you leveraging? What systems are you leveraging? What tools are you leveraging to build yourself? And then when you identified who are you leveraging, what are you leveraging, then during dinner time, so the D stands for dinner time. What are you duplicating during dinner time? Who are you duplicating during dinner time? What systems are you duplicating during dinner time? So the biggest problem, or the biggest challenge, I won't say problem, sorry. The biggest challenge that everybody has, and I'm going to take every one of us, 13 of us here, go back to after college. After college, you had to go out and go to work. So in college, you had to meet a new set of friends, right? Because you're going through a new environment. After you graduated college, you had a set of friends, but then you all split up to go to work now. So you had to go to careers. You had to go to corporate jobs. You started your own business, and then you created a whole new environment, right? When was the last time? So let me ask a question. Who here had a job after college? A job, a physical job? Okay, Julianne, Ann, Bob, Charlene, right? Who here opened up and was an entrepreneur, a real entrepreneur? Mitch, okay, maybe a couple of people, I can't see their face. Now, I want to take you back, okay? If you had a job and right out of college, you already knew, you already kind of programmed already to live a 9 to 5. Does that make sense? Your schedule, your time, your daily routine already was kind of formed already, okay? Don't know if you had a full-time job, lifelong job, it doesn't matter. I don't know, okay? But you're already living in a scheduled time. Now, Mitch, when you got out and you opened up your business, did you have a set time, or you were an entrepreneur? You didn't even know what time is what time. You just did what you had to do. Does that make sense, everyone? Now, I want to really take this aha moment, and this could be the thing for Bob, okay? Especially depending on what phase you are, because last week I talked about phases in your life, phases in your career, and phases in your network marketing career. Does that make sense? We all go through 3 phases, right? Now, when you're joining network marketing, now here, you came in because you were excited about a technology or a product, or you were excited about an opportunity to be able to change your life. When we get excited about something, we're going to train, right? We're going to learn something. You're learning information, okay? Now, this information I want to share with you has to do with your psychology and how to look at things. Now, we're all learning a new way of living, like an entrepreneur life. You're not being told what time of the day to do what. Let me repeat that again. An entrepreneur is not told what time to do what. If you have a job, your time is set 9 to 5, right? You got 9 to 12, and then 12 is lunch, and then 1 to 3 or 1 to 4, 1 to 5, that's your work time again. You know exactly what you need to do. I could not figure it out in my early career what to do. I was just being told what to do. Peter, you got to go travel and meet this person in this other state. Peter, you got to do this hotel meeting. Peter, you got to do this meeting in Starbucks. You got to talk to 100 people. You got to talk to 200 people. You got to close 20 people. You got to sign up this people. How many of us been through that roller coaster ride in network marketing? Good. Okay. You've learned what not to do now. Okay. Because you saw the results. We think we have to sacrifice. No, you don't. Just like a job, if you were to become an accountant, you got to go through accounting 101 to get to accounting 102, and then to get to accounting 103, right? Same thing if I was a barber, I had to go to hair school to make sure I learn how to cut proper hair, and then make sure I take the test. Then I can go out and still have to go find a salon to learn to cut hair to, and then go through apprentice class and still be able to graduate. Does that make sense, everyone? You got to be able to graduate through things. So I've been living this BLD, breakfast, lunch, and dinner life for the last 5 years now. The reason why I had to do that is because I had to eliminate, purge out things that I was programmed to do that did not work. Then I had to learn how to identify what really had to work. So one of the reasons why I don't teach strategies, and I'm going to tell everyone, strategies is fake, okay? I don't teach strategies in network marketing, and I'll tell you what more that means later. What I like to teach is behaviors. Behaviors. What is a behavior? So Bob, if you want to physically work out and build a body, right, and you've never been to the gym, what kind of a behavior do you need to do now? You need to tell your brain, right, and your body, I got to figure out how many hours a week I need to go to the gym. I need to figure out what diet I need to eliminate, right? I need to figure out what I need to put in my body, right? I need to figure out my trainer so I can learn how to properly use the tools, the workout equipment. I need to know exactly how many hours, how many minutes, how many reps, how many things I need to do for my arms, for my legs, for my chest, for my neck, for my leg. Does everybody get the picture? When you physically want to accomplish something, you got to know. Between Marcy and I, and maybe 40 years of network marketing experience, from the first 15 years of doing it wrong and still getting results, then to the last 5 years doing it right and getting extraordinary results because things are building. I know who to leverage, and I know what systems to duplicate. Does that make sense, everyone? And you even know how much time you can put into these. Because again, you are an entrepreneur. You need to know what exactly to do. So Bob, Annie, Mish, Charlene, Julianne, all of us here, right? If you've already seen our 333, ask, share, give, that is a system. If you've seen our Start X39biz.com website, that is a system. That is a guidance for you. Now, what we cannot do is ask you how much time you can give us, right? And that's why I've structured our podcast. We've structured our morning trainings. We structured our lunch trainings. We structured our evening podcast. We structured lunch podcast. We structured so many ways where this whole gym can be a total breakfast, lunch, and dinner program where all of us are doing the same thing. All of us are learning from the beginning stages. None of us can lie, cheat, and steal through the system and manipulate it, because we're all responsible for each other's first, second, and third generation of growth. And if you don't understand this lingo, just hang around long enough and you're going to get what I'm saying. But if you've already been here, you already know what I'm saying. You're just literally applying and absorbing this into your mindset. Okay? So, anybody has any questions before I start going into the leveraging side of things? The leveraging. Any questions? Unmute yourself. And just to let everybody know, I don't train, okay? We don't do this. This is private training. This is gym time for you. So if you have any questions, these are the best times right here to just open up. There's no wrong question, because again, I am your spotter going through the bodybuilding phase with you. So, no questions? Okay. Does anybody now, let me ask a quick question. I'll probably use Annie B. I'm going to use you, Annie B, as a, yeah, Annie, you can unmute yourself. So, Annie.
Yes.
How are you doing this morning?
Well, I think I'm wonderful.
Okay, good. So, Annie, let me ask you a quick question, okay? So, how long have you been here with us?
Well, this is my first day with you. I've just started, I've brought in 2 people. I'm just beginning to make it to manager, but I've been using the product. This is my 4th month.
4th month? Okay, awesome. How long have you been plugging into our system and learning?
Really for the last month, a lot, but maybe 2 months every now and then.
Perfect. Now, in the last 4 months, in the last 2 months, and in the last couple of weeks when you've been plugging in, with a short period of time, would you say you're plugging in less than 3 hours a week?
Oh, no.
More?
More than that.
Would you say 10 hours?
The only problem I've had is I've done real estate sales on the phone, limited partnerships. So from cold calling, that's the hardest one you could ever do.
Yeah.
So I'm not afraid to talk to people. I'm a full-time caretaker. So that's very full life. And I mean, full-time. And what was the question you just asked me? Oh, the only problem I've had is I get lost in the computer system, and that's not like me. I can usually go, but when I go to look up things for how to bring someone in or this or that, and my upline really helps me with that. But
good.
The brain just seems to go to mush when I need to find something. And I have to have that be simple.
Yes. So, are you enjoying our simple system with our websites, or is it too complicated?
Well, it shouldn't be too complicated. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what happens to me, because it shouldn't be complicated. It should be, like I can pretty much do this and organize anything and get in, but it's just now becoming more simple. So thank you.
Good. So I hope these trainings will guide you, okay? During your breakfast, during your lunch, and during your dinner, well, we're going to separate now what you're building, who are you leveraging during lunch, and what systems are you duplicating during dinner. Does that make sense? And if you can understand that model, I just want everyone here on this call, you need to figure out how much time in each section you want to put out. So for example, Annie, because you're a caretaker, what if you only have 3 hours a day to build this business? What if you only had an hour and a half a day to build this business? Does that make sense? Where are you going to build it? So I like to do this like this. 9 to 12, right? This is my schedule. 9 to 12 is my breakfast time. 12 to 3 or 12 to 6 is my lunch time. 6 to 9 is my dinner time. So you see how it's breakfast, lunch, and dinner, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. All I do now is I just take 30 minutes, 30 minutes, 30 minutes, or an hour. So I take an hour between 9 to 12. I take an hour between 12 to 6. I take an hour between 6 to 9. And if I focus on those hours and I know exactly what to build, who to leverage, what system to duplicate, does that make sense? And I do that every day, then I know I'm constantly building, building, correct? I'm building something. And then if my teams can see me do this, and if the system is all unified for all of us to get the same information, and you're duplicating the same lifestyle, do you understand? Are you starting to see this, Anne? This is how you're going to duplicate organizations in this way now, because there is no confusion, because there's guidance. Does that make sense? Now that is what I want to teach everyone, okay? And today's magic word is leveraging, leveraging. So my definition of simple leveraging is I need to leverage or rely or work with people that have a different skill set or a different strength than I do. Is that pretty interesting? So Annie, you were in real estate, correct?
I sold limited partnerships, so it was part of the financial world. But
okay.
I've been in healing and all this stuff all my life.
So let me pretend then you're a broker, right? A real estate broker. And if I was looking for a house, would I call you and I need to leverage your experience in the real estate industry? So I'm leveraging your knowledge so you can help me find a house. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So if we've never been to Bob, so if you've never been to the gym before, and I've been to the gym now, and you want to work out, are you going to leverage my experience and knowledge on how to build your body to help you build yours?
Yes.
Correct. Now, let me tell you, if you cannot physically be with me in front of in a gym together, if we cannot be there physically, what if you're at home and you're using your internet, your phone, and I'm Facebook timing you and I'm teaching you how to work out? Are we leveraging the technology for us to connect together?
I believe so.
Yes, that's called leveraging. Is everybody with me? You understand leveraging. Now, Bob, you have experience in the direct sales, but that was a long time ago now. Now I have experience in direct sales recently now. So now you want to learn how to be direct sales in today's times. Are you going to leverage my knowledge to help you understand today how we can do business?
That's why I'm here today.
Exactly. So now the issue is this. Everyone that comes into network marketing, there's two challenges, maybe three. Number one, we're dealing mostly with W-2 employees, everyone. Everyone that has a job, when they come in here, when they get introduced to network marketing or direct sales or affiliate marketing, it doesn't matter what you want to call it. It is some kind of a marketing, okay? When people get introduced to here and they have a job mentality, what is the first thing they need to understand?
There are no hours.
Exactly.
There's no defined hours.
Yes, they need to know there is no defined hours here. Does that make sense, everyone? Because and I'm telling you, you can tell them, you can make a lifetime income. You can be financially free. You can be time free. They have no clue what that means. Do you understand that? It's like a kid that's never been in a pool before. You're jumping in a pool, you don't know how to swim. And that's why people fail. They get excited when they do what? They sign up their mom, dad, dog, cat, brother, sister. That does not count. You need skill sets. You are learning a whole new career. Direct sales is a career path, everyone. It is a skill set. And the way you get paid, it's a compensation plan wrapped around a development program. You have to physically, mentally become better to become a good networker, to help other people understand what you are selling. And remember, selling is a good word. Selling is a defined communication skill. For me to be able to sell you on my vision, I got to be able to have some skills to impact you or communicate with you. Is that right? If I can't impact and communicate with you, and if I don't have a solution to your problem, I have physically nothing to sell to you. If I don't physically have a solution, meaning if I don't have the skills to ask Ron, what is your problem? Identify Ron's problem. And if I don't physically have a solution in my hand and the skills to communicate my solution to Ron, will there be a transaction, Ron? No. If there is no transaction, there is no sale. You understand? What the world does not want to be is sold by a car salesman, meaning I got lied, cheated, and convinced to make a decision, to make a purchase of something. Does that make sense? But if you've been educated, if you've been showing videos, if you've been showing a community that they're all using the same product and getting results, and if you did it in a professional, unconvincing way and a passionate way, did you make a sale? Yes.
Yes.
Because you had a transaction, right, Ron?
Yes.
And if that sale helped bring value to you, meaning that if my solution got rid of your problem, which is your pain, did I give you value?
Yes, you did. Success.
Success. Do I deserve to get monetized for my time to learn all the things I needed to learn to make sure that you got all the information you got in the most professional manner, because I invested my time to learn that skill to be able to communicate it with you?
Yes.
Do you understand now, everyone, that you deserve to get rewarded for your time? Time is value. So if you've invested time in your value, if you've built during breakfast your brain, right, your business and your brand to help Ron, and if Ron got a value to a benefit from that technology or whatever I sold him, now we have a connection. Now we have a sale. That is just the first now phase. Does that make sense, everyone? Now, Ron now can tell me. So Bob, this comes exactly to you now. So now Ron can be Bob. Ron can be your customer. Now, but what will we have to communicate with Ron? Maybe to be a distributor, right? A brand partner. So I'm going to use you, Ron and Bob now. So Bob, can you tell us, and I'm going to go into your question now, Bob. You're having a challenge converting or maybe sharing because you're getting more customers than distributors, correct?
Yes.
Okay, now let's reverse engineer the steps now that made you communicate to get customers. What do you think you are doing that might be off a little bit?
Well, well, I don't know. That's why I asked the question. But I don't know how, I feel, sometimes I feel that, we make distributors and maybe they don't even know it.
So sometimes the question is, sometimes we make them like into distributors and they don't even know it, or you don't even know it.
They don't know it.
Okay, now I'm going to give you a one-liner. You want to write it down?
I'm writing it.
Okay, everybody write this down. This is my one-liner to define, to make sure I know if that person wants to be a customer or wants to be a distributor. Hey, Bob, after I show you all this information, hey, Bob, after I show you all this information and you love our technology, are you the type of person that loves to keep this information to themselves? Or are you the type of person who loves to share it because you got results and you want to help others?
I'm trying to write and listen to you too.
All the time in the world. Hey, Bob, after you saw all this information and you love our technology, are you the type of person that loves to keep it to themselves? Or are you the type of person who loves to share this after you got a result from this? However you want to word it. Do you understand my question, Bob?
Yes.
If you were to ask that question again to all your customers before they even signed up, do you think you might have got a different answer, whether it's a yes or no, or it would have opened up a different conversation?
Well, I see, I probably have only been talking to them about how much this product would help them.
Correct. So what you did is you did a half dance. You only danced halfway, but you didn't do the full dance to make sure how they want to dance. Because then you just gave them a half dance. So then maybe in their mind, they don't know that there's another option, that they can become a partner with us maybe, and then help other people. Did you give them that option?
No.
That's why they didn't, maybe that's why they didn't take it.
So you can always, I always share the health benefits and everything like that, but I always include, there's also an excellent compensation plan if you'd like me to show it to you at a later date or getting started, because that is always viable. And then if you throw that up front to them, that may spark your conversation right at that moment.
Yeah. Thank you, Ron. And if you can even add another thing to Ron, that, hey, if you see this information, if you like it, and if you're getting results, what if I can show you how to get this for free so you don't have to pay for it anymore in the future, Bob?
Well, you don't really get it for free. You're just using your commission to pay for it, right?
Exactly. Nothing is free. You got to really earn what you, right? But again, you're trying to peak. You're trying to plant a little, you want to move forward so you can, and then that their answer will tell you where they want to go. Oh, Bob, no, I don't have time. I don't want to get this for free. I don't have time to, be doing this business. Ding, 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 ding. Great. Where would you like to ship it? You're my customer, buddy. Okay. Oh, Bob, I can get this for free? You mean I can make money helping people? Oh my God, Bob. Okay. Great. You know what I mean? So stuff that will dictate you. Go ahead, Mitch. Unmute yourself.
There we go. Okay. For me, not everybody, but I found that by my own commitment to myself, what I wanted to do, my personal intention was really the key for me to turn leads into distributors. It was my intention that that's what I wanted. When I realized that this company was my answer not anybody else's answer, but my answer to my own problem, that I needed X amount of money, more money, because, oh my God, I didn't get that memo that said this is what you're going to need for the rest of your life. And Social Security is not going to do it. So how do you do that? So that's the entrepreneur in me that said, how am I going to do it? And
Correct.
then it's my own commitment to myself that actually directs the people that I'm talking to. So
Right.
I agree, leveraging is the key. I mean, that's how I'm doing this. I'm leveraging everyone, because some people can do this better than in some areas than others. And I recognize that. So I use that because I don't need to do it all. But I do need to recognize that we can do that together. But it's my personal commitment to myself, what I really want.
And Midge, you're the ones like you really got the leveraging part, but
I do.
you see how long it took you to understand that and apply it and use it, right? Even in, even in your all the work you've gone through already. So let's
well, and
talk
I'm still learning, it's a learning process. You don't leverage once and get it. You just, it takes a while.
So I'm going to
thank you.
piggyback because today's topic is leveraging. So I want to make sure now, what are you leveraging in our community? What are you leveraging? Okay. Now, everyone, when I say leveraging, again, what do you want to learn and who do you want to learn from? Make sure that you're learning from people that are like you or better than you. Again, okay? When I say better, not better quality, better character or better value, better skill sets and bigger networks, different networks. You're leveraging up, okay? This community, the podcast, how are you leveraging the podcast? The podcast, this is how you're leveraging. Number one, every day when you're inviting someone, a prospect, to see a podcast, you're leveraging all the speakers that are presenting for you. They're presenting for you. They're presenting for your team. Whatever they say, imagine that we're training 200, 300, 400 people every day of the words we use. Notice that we're keeping all the words very simple because we want you to absorb. So for example, if Annie B, Joy Perez, Julie, Laura, right? If all of you are brand new, never ever been in the industry before, and then all of a sudden you come to a podcast and you start joining us for a day, a 2 or 3, and you're absorbing this information without the person that invited you anymore. Are you leveraging that podcast to get people to be educated about your information? Yes. Did you have to physically, Ron, when you joined us a couple months ago, did you physically have to learn how to train, learn how to present, and learn how to do 3-ways right away when you joined us, Ron?
I had to be re-educated.
Yeah.
Got better with learning from you because you leverage up.
Correct. You leverage me. I created the tools for you, your whole team, to leverage all the tools. That means you are now right out of the gate, everyone. Ron he's growing like crazy because he literally taught his team how to leverage our tools because he joined us and he didn't have to do all that. Does that make sense? And then all Ron had to figure out is, okay, I'm doing this now during breakfast. I'm learning and leveraging all these trainings now during lunch. And then Ron, what are we all doing during dinner tonight? Where are we all learning to do?
We're learning more from different podcasts.
Correct. Now, Ron, how long have you been with us already? Like
February 1st of this year.
really, how many months now?
9 months.
9 months, right? 9 months. When did you really started turning on this business? I think only like a few months ago, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and in the last few months, when you start turning on, and then it took you, like when you joined us, you were so focused on your health. And then you just started plugging in and learning a little bit, right?
Yeah.
As you went. And then you saw how the system worked, and then you see like how things kind of like work here. What really got you excited here?
Well, it's like you said, after 2 months, I was really focused on getting health and everything. And then I started enrolling people. And then I was talking with Lizzie, and I'm like, what's this cycling? I don't understand the compensation. And so I was talking that. And then she goes, hey, let's go to startx39.biz, check it out. And all the podcasts are listed there. So you have to engage with your team, let them know, hey, go view the podcast. These are the experts. You're getting a wide variety. And then once that happens, everything starts going very smoothly. Yes, you have to work with certain individuals, and the ones that ask questions, that's the ones that are easiest to work with, because they're not afraid to ask the question, and then you can lead them on the correct path.
Correct. You got it, Ron. And now, Ron, now this is how I want everyone now to understand leveraging time means, okay? We're going to go into leveraging tools and leveraging time. So now imagine Ron joined us 9 months ago. He had no clue how to leverage this, but all of a sudden he's putting 3 hours a day into learning this, right? During breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Now, Ron has, for example, 30 people on his team, 30. Just pretend he has 30 people in his organization. What if out of 30 people, 10 of them decided they want to do the business, and all 10 of them decided to give 3 hours a week into this business? All of a sudden, 3 hours times 10 people is another 30 hours now, Ron, that you've leveraged, because you put in your 3 hours, you follow the system, you duplicated your team to do exactly what we have done through this system, and all of a sudden you got an extra 30 hours of income potential because of the binary and because of the direct sales and because of LifeWave. You just leveraged another 30 hours of income potential that you never ever could have had. Does everybody understand now the power of leveraging? Now, it took Ron even months and months and months to get it even into our startx39biz.com site, because that's when he was ready to go to the gym. He was never forced. Lizzie never told him about it because the information is there. Does that make sense? For him to find out. Whenever Ron was ready, he just had to turn on his time. But then now, whenever he's ready, now his team is ready. Does that make sense? Everything happens organically here. It's up to you. But how you run your business, how much your time you give, now I want to define it for all of us. Does that make sense? To learn how to build, leverage, and understand the duplication. Now we just taught how to leverage time. Let's see how to leverage money. Are you guys ready for that? I'll teach you how to leverage money. Now, what am I doing now? I'm going back to the basics of teaching everyone how to earn how much a day, Ron?
At least
what is the magic
$50 one cycle a day or more.
Correct. So I'm teaching now how to earn $50 a day. $50 a day. That is the magic number, and you can earn it 3 ways from us. The first 3 ways is the first 3 phases of the compensation plan. For example, how do we get paid the first way?
Introduction bonus.
PIB, product introduction bonus. Product introduction bonus, PIB. I won't go into it, but it's in the biz site. We have 5 wholesale packages: bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond. So, for example, if I want to teach now Ron, he's my first new person. Ron, I'm going to take you to the 3 phases in your career. You're going to be going through the first and second, the longest. The third is the legacy phase. So the first phase to get paid is we got to enroll people, right? We got to get people in the gym. So the first phase to do that is you have to learn the ask, share, give 333. So let's watch that video. Let's make sure you know what to say, what to send, where to send to the podcast. You got to know that beginning phase first, and then you're going to get ready to sign someone up. When you sign them up on a silver pack, which is $2.99, everyone. When you teach someone how to sign up on the silver pack, how much is the commission on the silver pack, Ron?
50.
50 bucks. Ding, 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 ding. Now, everyone, I'm going to give you a statistics. The average person in network marketing in their career, they recruit 1.5 people in their career. So I think the half stands for their cat and dog. I don't know. Okay. But the 1. So what I'm trying to say is that if you already know how to enroll 1 or 2 people, like Annie, you enroll 2 people, you're already above average in the entire network marketing. Congratulations. Okay. Now, Ron, you just signed up a silver. You checked the first phase now.
Yes.
Let's now take you to the second phase. What is the second phase, everyone? The second way how to earn income or earn your next $50 is called a cycle. What is a cycle? A cycle is when you enroll people and you enroll more than 1, like 2, like 3, like 4, like 5, like 6. They go left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. You start building out your teams. Over here, a cycle is a 2-team, a left team and a right team. That's all you have to know, okay, everyone? You have 2 gyms, a left gym and a right gym. Now, when you start enrolling and you start putting them on your left and right, when people come in, remember, people equates to points, points will equate to money. So when people come in the tree, you will see points. When they start adding up points, right? And the magic number is 990. 990 points equates to one $50 cycle for you. And it will look like 330 on one side and 660 on the opposite side, or reverse engineer, whichever one has that number first. That will be a cycle. Now, Ron, have you already cycled your first $50 yet?
Yes.
Ding, 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 ding. You just went through the second phase now. Does that make sense? You open up the door, you earned your first phase, which is your first enrollment. You open up the second door, which is you saw points because you have people in your left and right tree. And then it added up to 990 points, and ding, 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 the company paid you $50 for that one cycle. How cool does that feel?
Great.
Great. Now, I'm going to even ask you another question. Have you already opened up your first generation of your matching bonus? Meaning, did you already taught somebody else how to earn $50 and you already made a commission of $12.50 from your first generation? Have you already done that?
Yes.
Ding, 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 ding. You just open up the third way to get paid, which is called generational match. And you did it, right? Because you taught your person how to earn their $50. When they earn the $50, you will constantly earn a percentage off of their commissions. How cool does it feel to go through the first, second, and third phases of the compensation plan? It's awesome. That is called leveraging, everyone. Ron went through the entire gym, the entire system. Now he went through the entire phases of the comp plan. What is his next step? His next step now is to continue to learn how to make $50 every day through the first, second, third, first, second, third, first, second, third, first, second, third. Do you understand, everyone? Now, are there going to be times, Ron, when you enrolled a diamond?
Yes.
Are there going to be times when you enrolled a gold and you earned $100?
Yes.
Are there going to be times when you cycled 10 times instead of one time?
Yes.
And those times are built up because you are becoming better and better and better every day, because you're consistently committed to do the same thing over and over and over every day for the certain amount of hours that you've allocated every day to be committed into this gym, because you're constantly building during breakfast, leveraging during lunch, duplicating during dinner. You're doing it spare time, part-time, or full-time, right?
Absolutely.
Anybody, did you resonate with these languages? Did you resonate with the scheduling? Did you resonate with the responsibility that is applied to this system? Now, Ron, I want to share with you, if you can make $50 every day for the next 28 days, because there are 28 days in the month, correct?
Correct.
7 times 4 weeks is 28 days. That if you take 28 times $50 is an extra $1,400 a month. Who do you know that has no money to start a business? Who do you know that needs a health program? Who do you know that needs a spare time, part-time a wealth program that they can do at the comfort of their own home? Who do you know that needs free training, that cannot afford to be motivated, go to more trainings around the world? Who do you know that can need this help right now, this tool right now? A lot of people. Who can we leverage to get this word out there? Everyone.
Go to your contact list on your phone. Start off that way.
Exactly. So everyone, we have 4 minutes left. It's been a great training today. I'm going to shut this one off right now. And then we're going to get ready for Marcy's